Hello everyone and happy Saturday. It is a weekend in March. I have some reading I want to do this weekend. I have some much needed spring cleaning to do before school in the quarter gets too busy. I'm also in the process of trying to undo a lot of habits from when I was really depressed. It's thankfully gotten a lot better this year, but there's still some habits like the cleaning and things like that that I'm having to remaster. It is a lovely spring day, so I'm gonna open up the windows. I'm going to put on some nice music to get me motivated. If you just want to see what a weekend in my life looks like, or you need a body double, something to motivate you to clean or get something done off your to-do list, just pop this video on and stay a while. Is just from my living room and kitchen area, and that's only half the apartment. Okay, I have finished vacuuming. I have picked up my room. I just put some laundry on to dry. I'm feeling really good about where my apartment is right now. I do have to finish up some things in the kitchen and my bathroom, but I'm kind of cleaned out for the day. So I'm gonna leave that for tomorrow. I do have some essays to grade, but before I do that, my cats are going a little stir crazy. They're lonely, they are energetic because I spent the night at my parents' last night. They didn't get their cuddle time, so I'm gonna get some of their energy out. I'm gonna take a reading break before I get to essays. Reading essentials, I'm gonna light a candle. I think I want to do this one from Blue Forest Black Moon Folklore. They have a bunch of Taylor Swift inspired ones, but it's very like herby and refreshing. Seems great for spring, but also it seems to match the vibes of this book I'm starting. I have some tea going. Before I light my candle, I am having to charge my lighter. It's an electric lighter. It is great. I am going to be starting Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. This is my next book club book. I'm part of a book club at the local library, and this is our April pick. I've heard of it. I remember when it was all over Bookstagram when it first came out, and it did intrigue me, but there's just been so many other things that grabbed my attention first. Okay, so I am about 3 chapters in. I did look at the page count a little while ago and it's fairly short. At least to me, it's like 256 pages. Just finished A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young earlier this week, and it was around the same length, and it was a piece of cake. And that was a slower moving book. So I definitely think I can finish this before the book club meeting. It is definitely very interesting. I definitely want to keep reading it. The main character is helping on a project to release wolves into the Scottish Highlands, and they're calling it rewilding, so introducing this predator that was supposed to be there but was hunted to extinction. They're getting a lot of pushback from the townspeople who are worried about the impact of the wolves and the safety of it. She also is having to take care of her sister. It's not explicitly stated right now what happened that made them leave Alaska or why her sister is obviously depressed, disconnected, can't take care of herself. But based on how NT reacted to something just happened, I have a strong suspicion that it was an abusive relationship. And so we definitely have some heavier themes going on. But I'm really loving the characterization. And hi, Ziva. Cuddled with my cat some while I was reading. And how we're hearing about how different she and her sister are and what their relationship is like, both through how she talks about her sister now and also in flashbacks of their memories from childhood. So we're getting a lot of showing about their relationship dynamic and not just telling, which was one of my issues with A Sea of Unspoken Things. I felt like there was a lot of telling and not enough showing, and it wasn't as realistic and believable. I have a grading to do, and I was trying to get it knocked out today because it is oh gosh, Ziva. Pretty busy tomorrow. I just want that off my plate. I'm losing the motivation. And I think it's because I've been sitting here such a long time and I'm all nice and cozy and comfy. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on a walk, get the blood flowing, and then I'm going to go out on my porch and grade there and enjoy the weather. So I'll see y'all in a bit. So it is around 7 p.m. I have graded about half of the essays. They're for my freshman on A Poison Tree by William Blake and comparing it to Romeo and Juliet. After the fight with Tybalt and Mercutio and Romeo, they have done pretty well. It was a time writing, so they only had by the end of class to write and submit it, but they could use their notes. They had their little sentence starters, and one of the students had me play a Minecraft playlist on YouTube, so that helped them focus. Apparently between that and all of our prep, it worked because everyone had some pretty nice long paragraphs submitted by the end of class. So I've done one class period of those, and I'm just done for the day. I don't want to be grading anymore. I'm going to go eat dinner at barbecue chicken bowls I'm really excited about, and I want something sweet, so I may make cookies. And I didn't have my reading bath last night because I was visiting with my mom, but and I do those every week, or I try to. So I'm gonna have that tonight, and I'm gonna continue reading Once There Were Wolves. In terms of a reading update, I'm around 25% through Once There Were Wolves. There's definitely a lot of tension brewing between the wolf conservationist people like Inti and the local Scottish farmers. Something big just happened. It's definitely going to kickstart a lot of things. Still hanging in there. I'm still very interested, and the writing is just immaculate, like poetic and beautiful without being overly flowery and try hard. And it just really captivates you, and it also really suits the connection the main character seems to have with nature. Good afternoon. It is Sunday. I just got back from church and a meeting. I help coordinate some of the volunteers for our church's vacation Bible school. So we just had a little lunch meeting. But I am going to go change into some comfy clothes because I have some cleaning and stuff I need to be doing. Hello, it is around 6:30. I did not do my cleaning. I took a nap, hence the smudged mascara, and I watched a few episodes of CSI. I am wrapping up my grading though. I got through the rest of my freshman essays, and I'm wrapping up the last bit for the sophomores. I've also gone ahead and planned my week. That's pretty easy. Having taught the same units for 4 years, it's just a matter of pacing, honestly. I am making my slides. I've started using Canva for daily slides, and I try to make it the last step in my to-do list for school stuff, because I could easily spend an hour or two just fiddling around and making things look cute. At 7, I'm pausing, putting everything down, take a break. I'm catching up with a sweet friend from college. We paint together over FaceTime. It's a recent development, but it's one of the highlights of my week, honestly. I look forward to it. If we don't do it every week, then it's every other week, and both of us have been so busy the past few weekends that we have not done this since the first week of March. We have a lot to catch up on, and I'm really excited. While I was painting, Ginger got up into some hijinks. She was on the table watching me paint, as she usually does. She's gotten really good about not trying to drink the paint water or sitting on the wet painting. She was just sitting on top of the paper. This is what she did. She tried to get in my reusable grocery tote that was hanging off that chair. Problem is, my baby is 10 pounds and it all fell down. Silly Ginger. She was fine. Everything goes in one ear and out the other, so there's no bruised ego or anything. She just went back to playing in her tunnel. Okay, this is my final check-in. I had my painting FaceTime. Oh goodness. I had my painting FaceTime with my friend. I've been really inspired to do book-related art, because the last time we did a painting session, I did this mountain sunset scene inspired by the cover of The Outlaw Noble Soul by Amy Harmon, one of my favorites from last year. And she and I have been talking a lot about Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows and all of Rebecca Ross's stuff, because it's a new favorite author for both of us. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something inspired by that. So I've done my iris tonight. We had a slightly shorter painting session, so I didn't get super far. I considered doing another iris, maybe up above, but I think I'm just gonna do some forget-me-nots, and then I'm gonna have a quote from the book over here in one of my sparkly markers. It's gonna be really hard to choose what quote because they're all so good. They're so good. Also read more of Once There Were Wolves. I didn't get a ton farther because the cats wanted their cuddle time. I am around 30% of my way through and I'm definitely still liking it. If this week goes well, because I feel like it won't be as busy as my previous weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it by the end of this month. It's the 23rd of March right now. Whenever you're watching this, enjoy the rest of your day and happy reading.